the truth about the world you live in. You need to know the truth about money, the truth about financial education. You ever stop for a second and ask yourself this? Why don't they teach us anything about money in schools? Why don't they teach us anything about money in college? If you were like me, you grew up, you didn't have a whole lot. There was poverty, an abundance of poverty. You've learned to make light of the hard times. We even hashtag it and give it cute names, and the struggle life, the struggle lane, the day-to-day grind. We even call it the hustle, the grind. Well, if you want to be successful, you got to hustle and grind. If you want to be successful, you got to put that work in. And I'm here to tell you that, okay, sure, you got to put some work in, but you don't necessarily have to work hard. You don't have to do back-breaking labor. There was a day where I was doing back-breaking labor, and I was just as broke as I've ever been. I was so poor, but working so hard. And I realized recently, I was like, wait a minute. The times that I was working my hardest, putting in the most work, was the time when I was achieving the less. The time when, or I was achieving the least. The time when I was, broker than broke as a joke. And so quickly I started to realize, like, wait a minute, this cannot be the formula to live a good life, because you have to first establish, how do I want to live? What do I want my life to look like? What kind of house I want to live in, what kind of car I want to drive, what kind of neighborhood I want to live in, school my kids grow up and go to, what kind of environment I want to put my family in. And I'm here to tell you, if you choose the good environments, the good schools, the good life, it's going to cost you. So everything costs more right now. I told a friend the other day, I was like, America doesn't have a house problem. It has an affordability problem. It isn't just homes. Everything costs too much. Everything, especially if you don't make enough money to take care of yourself. Everything costs too much. Everything. By the way, your paychecks will probably not increase. In fact, I can argue that your paycheck by default of inflation has already decreased. What does that mean? That means that when you look at your paycheck, you look at the numbers, you look at the quantity. Well, it still says, $1,000 a week, right? And I'm telling you that don't focus on the number, focus on the quality of the paycheck. So that $1,000 paycheck, a couple of years ago was enough to cover your rent. Now it only covers half of your rent. See, the buying power has decreased. And so with the buying power of your dollar decreasing, that automatically means the buying power of your check has decreased, because everything around it has gone up, which by default causes it to go down. But nobody teaches this. Nobody talks about this. Welcome to the channel. Hit subscribe, hit thumbs up. For everyone who's been asking about getting into the Middleman live training, I'm gonna do one again. It's gonna be this Sunday night. You do not want to miss it. This Sunday night, 7 p.m. to about 7:45, so about 45 minutes to an hour. If you can get into this live training, I'm gonna teach you how to use your phone to get paid, how to use your phone to make money, how to use your phone to start a business, and hopefully one day you can quit your job. How much money you want to make, that's up to you. But it's a middleman business. You do it from your phone. You don't need to go to work. You won't need a job. It's simple, easy. You simply find customers for other businesses, get paid to do it, and that's it. You don't have to do any of the work. You don't have to go out. You don't have to you don't have to leave your house. If you want to learn how to do it, put middleman in the comments below. Get the free live Zoom link. It's going to be on Zoom. And I'm going to try to change people's lives by teaching them how to use your phone to make money. And if you can make enough money, you can leave your job and work 1 hour a week doing this. And I'll show you how. I work about 1 hour a week on my business. So that's confirmed. I do it from my phone. I have a partner. I work about 1 hour a week. That's it. It's so easy. You promote your business, you get a customer, you get paid, you send the work to someone else. That's all you do. So if you want to learn how to do it, put middleman in the comments under any of the videos, get the link. This will probably, because I'm trying to get here, this will probably be the last training. And I'm really trying to get to the last training. But every time I do one, people hop on and say, oh my gosh, I missed it. When is the next one? And I know how important it is to learn how to make money without having to drive Uber, without having to drive your car all around the city, putting all those miles on it, without having to do that, putting strangers in your back seat. I get it. So I'm trying to teach you how to do it from your phone. It's worked for me since 2020. I have no job. I don't want a job. And the best part is I don't need a job. As long as my business is running, I'm good. We're making enough money and we're enjoying life. So if you guys want to learn how to do that, put middleman in the comments and I'll walk you through the blueprint, how to make money from your phone, how to start a middleman business from your phone. Super easy. So America has an affordability problem, meaning that if you don't make enough money, you're not going to live the life you want to live. So schools are not going to teach you about money. Schools are going to program you to become employees because the governments are in bed with the schools and they need paychecks. Well, why does the government need your paycheck? So that they can tax you, right? The government's going to tax you so that they can make money. So you got to understand who's eating from your paycheck. Just look at your paycheck and you can find out why it's important for you to go to school, get good grades, and get a job. And then if you listen to me, you'll find out how bad of an idea that is. And unless you're going for something that requires a master's degree or a PhD, because that's specialty training. So if you're going to school, for instance, to be a neurosurgeon, then yeah, you need some extra training. You need to go to college. You want to be a dentist? Yes, you need to go to college. But if you just want to go there and be something simple that doesn't make a lot of money, first of all, I would not go to college unless the career I was going for made at least 100 grand. Other than that, I'm talking about starting out. If it doesn't make 100 grand starting out, I'm not even thinking about it. Reason being, and I'm not following passion. I don't care about that. I need 100 grand. Also think I need to stop at this Waffle House and order some food. So, but I want 100 grand. If I can't get 100 grand, I'm not touching it. So a lot of you go into school for jobs that doesn't even pay a whole lot. Just you go from getting this debt into another struggle, career struggle. So my advice to you is if you're going to go to college, make sure you need a degree, make sure it's worth it, and make sure you make at least 6 figures starting out. Right? So I share with you a lot of things that I think when it comes to money and finance that most people don't agree with. I'm the guy on the internet telling you, hey, if your job is your only source of income, you are in an income danger zone. Because if you lose your income, what are you going to do? If you lose that job, that paycheck, what are you going to do? You're going to lose your home. You're going to lose your utilities. You're going to lose your house. You're going to lose your car. You're going to lose everything if you risk, your job being your only source of income. That's why I tell you, and they're not going to teach you this in school. These are things you would never learn in school. You would never learn this in school. College would never teach you that having one source of income is a bad idea. I will. I'm here to tell you that if your job is your only source of income, you are in trouble. I'm here to tell you something else you won't learn in college. Buying a house with a paycheck is a terrible idea. Not a bad idea. It's a terrible idea. Why do I say that? Because everybody's been conditioned to buy houses. Everybody's been told they need to buy a house. And I'm not telling you don't buy a house. I'm telling you don't buy a house with a paycheck. Right? And I know you guys are going, well, if I don't buy with a paycheck, how do I buy? Great question, because Dave Ramsey, the personal finance guru, I guess, tells people to buy houses. They appreciate it. I'm telling you that's a lie. Grant Cardone tells people don't buy houses at all. I don't have a problem with that. It's up to you, but I don't tell you don't buy houses at all. I simply say don't buy a house if you're going to pay for it with your pay. It's a 30-year payment. Well, that means way of paying your mortgage, your only source of income is your paycheck, then that means for the next 30 years, you're going to have a paycheck, which means you're going to have a job, which means you don't control your life, you don't control your time, you have no freedom. You cannot run out of time and get it back. When you run out of time, you're out of here. Time is the most important thing. So if I can get, the first thing I would teach people is, hey, I need you to understand that time is not money. Time is the most important thing you have on this earth. Once you use it, you never get it back. Nobody's going to give it to you. There are people that died millionaires, billionaires, and they would have given every dime just to have one more day of time, not even a year, just a day. Because think about it, if you die and you got $100 million in the bank, right? You die, $100 million in the bank, that money's gone. Just think about it, that money's gone, or that money's in the bank and you're gone. But if someone approaches you and say, hey, if you give us every dollar in your bank account, we'll give you one more day of life. Who's going to take that deal? Everybody, because the money's no good. So you'll take an extra day of life. So that's me convincing you that time is more important than any amount of money. So I don't want to go through life selling my time for dollars. No. When you go to work, you actually pay your job more than they pay you. Right. Yeah. So when you go to work, did you think that you were the only one getting paid? No. You're the one getting paid the least. The job is getting more. How does that happen? Well, I just showed you that your time is more important than money. So they're paying you in dollars. You're paying them in time. So when you sell your 9 to 5 that you could have been using on your own time to create wealth for yourself, working on an idea or a business that you've been thinking about, dreaming about, but you can't do it because your 9 to 5 belongs to that job in exchange for a paycheck, then that's not freedom. Freedom is when you can wake up in the morning and decide what you want to do with your life, what you want to do with your day. Now, I'm not bragging, but that's what I get to do. And I wasn't always that way. I was homeless just a few years ago. So I wasn't always that way where I could wake up and go, all right, what do I want to do in my life? What do I want to do today? I was not always that way. I'm that way now, but it wasn't always that way. So I had to work to get there to where I'm like, all right, what do I want to do with my day? What do I want to do with my life? And so in order to get there, a couple things have to happen. You have to not be reliant on a paycheck, because if you rely on a paycheck, you're going to have to go to work. So when you wake up and say, what am I going to do with my day? Well, you got to go to work. You need that paycheck. Oh, that's right. I got to sell my time at this job. Okay, gotcha. But if you want to wake up and be free, then you cannot be paid for money. Then you don't control your. That's all. That's the only message I'm trying to convey, is that in order for you to live the life you want to live, time, not with money. So you guys are out there working hard, doing everything you can to make a living, and then you find out, wait a minute, my life has gone by. I didn't get to enjoy things. I didn't get to do the things I wanted to do. Now I'm old. I'm tired. I'm napping all day. I'm weak. I don't feel like doing things. I can't go up and down stairs. The best part of me, my youth, those best years are gone. And I live in fear that it'll be me saying that. So I work to make sure I don't ever find myself in a situation where so my focus is on, hey, how can I make money and control my time? How can I make money and not have to go to work? And that's how I ended up starting this channel, teaching people how to build a middleman business. You start a business from your phone, you make money from your phone, you make enough to replace your job, congratulations, you can do whatever you want to do with your day. You don't have to go to work, you don't have to get in traffic, you don't have to work on weekends, you don't have to sell your time, you don't have to slave away for a paycheck, you don't have to miss your kids growing up, miss your family, you don't have to miss any of that if you decide, because I can wake up on a Monday and say, you know what, I want to take a vacation this week, let's all go. And me and the family pack up and go do a vacation for the rest of the week. We can do that, we have the freedom to do that, because they need you to go get jobs because the government is in bed with universities. Yes, you didn't know that? The government, who do you think backs your loan, your student loan? The government. Well, you pay your own student loan. You back the government's The government insures your student loan. You insure the government student loan for you, right? Because what I mean is the government is going to go to the university and say, hey, we'll make sure the student loan debt is paid. We'll cover that. And then the government's going to turn back to you, the worker, the employee, take the money out of your check in the form of taxes to insure what they've already insured. So ultimately, when the government writes a check, that comes out of your bank account in the form of taxes. When the government gives out stimmy, that comes out of your bank account in the form of taxes. When the government prints billions of dollars and give it to other countries, that comes out of your paycheck. When the government takes money and give it to people that are here illegally and take care of them, it comes out of your paycheck. No matter how you feel about it, that's what happens. When the government covers a student loan debt, it comes out of your paycheck. So basically, whenever the government does something financially, the payback comes out of your paycheck. So you might be thinking, well, the government just gave me free money. There's no such thing. That money's going to come out of your paycheck and everybody else's paycheck. That's why the government needs you and everyone else to get a job so that they can tax your paycheck. Am I making sense? I hope I'm helping you guys. The government needs you to get a job so that they can tax your paycheck. So I'm not telling you jobs are a bad thing, because if you don't have any source of income, please get a job. If I lost everything today, because I tell people, I'll be like, look, everything I got in this world, the good Lord gave it to me. That's not my stuff. The house I live in, that's the good Lord's. He let me use it. Right? The cars we drive, that belongs to the good Lord. So if the good Lord wakes up one day, he's not asleep, but if he wakes up one day and he says, hey, I'll take all that from you, it's not mine. It never was. So I'm thankful for it. But my point is, if he decided to take it all away, I'm going to work. I'm going to get a job too. So there's nothing wrong with a job. There's nothing wrong with a paycheck. The problem is when the paycheck is your only source of income. Whereas if you lose your job, you have no other way to make money. You don't want to be in that position because it's very dangerous. You could lose everything just like that. These companies they can't wait. They're losing sleep trying to figure out ways to fire you. So you cannot rely on that. By the way, if you're getting any value from this, smash the thumbs up or smash the subscribe or the thumbs up and let me know. Okay. But smash the subscribe, smash the thumbs up if you guys are getting any value from this. So again, my mission, my goal is to educate people financially. My belief is that we need to learn how to make money without having to go to work. There's nothing wrong with a job. I don't want you to quit your job, but I do want you to learn how to make money when you're not at work. So one day you can leave your job and be free. You're never going to be free as long as you rely on a paycheck. There's no freedom in paychecks. No freedom. So I want you guys to understand that. There's no freedom in a paycheck. Ask the middle class. Ask the poor. Ask the poverty-stricken. Ask them. There's no freedom in paychecks. I hope you get that. I hope it blesses you. I hope it changes your life. I hope it causes you to look in the mirror and go, wait a minute, that guy's got a point. There is no freedom in paychecks. All I do is work my butt off. All I do is grind. All I do is wake up Monday through Friday, 40 hours a week, 2,000 hours a year, working my butt off and still not getting anywhere. Think about that. And so I want you guys to understand that in order to be free, you're going to have to get away from paychecks. You need to be working on setting yourself free from paychecks. If you want to learn how to start a middleman business, put middleman in the comments. I'll teach you step by step in a free live training how to do it. You'll have the date, you'll have the invite, all in the Zoom link. Comment middleman, I'll get that out to you. It's probably be the last one, so please take advantage of this. Don't rely on paychecks. Don't sell your life to the job. Create financial freedom. Give yourself a chance. Give your family a chance. So it's a beautiful day. I'm going to hang out with the family today. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed day. I'm telling you, there's no better way to live than to be able to do what you want to do with your day. And I'm telling you, because a lot of you are probably thinking you have to make a ridiculous amount of money because of what you see on Instagram and social media. That's not true. I'm not a millionaire. I do not make $1 million a year, but I am free. Reason I'm free, and this is the biggest year for my middleman business ever, and it's only 300 grand. That's it. Right now, I have students that, because I haven't been teaching this long, I have students that are going to do in no time $10,000 a month. So let's use that as an example. So $10,000 a month. So my goal is to teach 10,000 students how to make $10,000 a month from their phone. That's my goal. That's why I teach the class. And here's the thing. $10,000 a month is only $120,000 a year. That's it. It's not $1 million. It does not make you rich. But let's say your bills, and to live the life you want to live, because I told you start with that. Ask yourself, how do I want to live? So let's say your expenses, your life per month, your bills, to have a nice car you like, to have a beautiful home you enjoy coming home to. Let's say your bills are car, home, kids, good neighborhood. Let's say your bills are $3,000 a month, right? And so $3,000 a month is $36,000 a year. That's it. Now, if you make $36,000 a year on your job, that's hard because you have to sell 2,000 hours at least that year to do that. That's 2,000 hours you won't get to do what you want to do. Hey, I want to go to the game, man, but I got to go to work. Hey, I didn't make enough money Monday through Friday, so I got to sell Saturday and Sunday too. So you're just getting pimped out. You're just selling your time. Somebody said 3K. Yeah, 3K is a good number. So here's what I want to show you. So say for instance, your job is, you're making 3K a month, or your bills are 3K a month, and your job's paying you 3K a month. That's why I say don't quit your job, make money. Let me teach you how to do this, and then you quit your job. Hopefully within 6 months, you can leave your job, and that's fine. So your bills are $3,000 a month, okay? And then all of a sudden, by the way, smash the thumbs up if you guys are getting any value from this and from this breakdown. And this is important because you're not going to learn this in college. Nobody's going to teach you this. Nobody taught me this. Nobody's going to teach our kids this. I learned this the hard way, by suffering. You don't want to suffer to learn. What's up, everybody who's on? If you have a question or comment, you're welcome to drop it. If you want to get into that probably going to be my last middleman training class. And then I'm just going to focus on training students, working with students. If you want to get in that last middleman live training, put middleman in the comments below, or in any videos to get the Zoom link. So if you make $3,000 a month on a job, fine. That pays your bills. Your bills are $3,000 a month. Your job makes $3,000 a month. But the catch is it costs you 2,000 hours. See, they're not just going to give you a check. You actually have to sell your time to get the check. So it costs you 2,000 hours per year or more to get that. That's 2,000 hours you could have been doing something else with, but you don't get to do it. Now, I make the same $3,000 that you make, but I make it from my phone, from a middleman business. Again, I'm not rich, you're not rich. But the difference is I work 1 hour a week to make that. You work 2,000 hours a year. I work 1 hour per week because the way I teach you how to get the business set up and start it, get customers, and then hire a virtual assistant to take over the business. They'll do all of the work for you. And it's not even hard work. It's just booking customers, taking a deposit, and then dispatching the work. That's it. I could do it from my phone right now. It's that easy. And so all of a sudden, you and we make the same amount. You make $3,000 a month. I make $3,000 a month. Only difference is you work 2,000 hours a year. I work 1 hour a week. What does that look like? That looks like I get to do whatever I want to do. I just meet with my VA, talk to her. She's good. I'm good. Off I go to do what I enjoy doing. But what about your paycheck? I don't need a paycheck. I have a business from my phone. Right? It's a mobile business. It's automated. It's online. Well, Sean, what are you doing? Aren't you supposed to be at lunch now? What are you doing? Why are you not on the clock? Because I don't have a job. I have a business. My business, people have to stop being afraid of starting a business. My business works. It makes money What do? We just find customers for other service providers and we just book them and then pass the work to them. Well, how do you get paid? We take deposits and keep it. What are your deposits? Anywhere. I have students doing anywhere from $100 to $250 deposits. It's that easy. It's not hard. Yeah, $250 deposit on a 5-10 minute phone call. Where else are you going to make $250,000 in 5 minutes? I'm just saying. I've posted some of the things on this channel. I posted it on my Instagram, on my Facebook at Middleman CEO. You can go over there and see that students are sending me screenshots of big deposits. Smash thumbs up if this is helping you in any way. But listen, you cannot rely on your job as your only source of income. It's too dangerous. If anything, and you need to think about that. What if I get fired? What if they fire me today and fire me tomorrow? What am I going to do for finances? That's why you need to be in the class. That's why you need to be working on a business. That's why you need to do something. You need to learn how to make money when you're not at work. I keep telling you, that's the answer. The prices of everything is high. It's high. I know it is. But it's probably not going to go down because of demand. So what does that mean? That means you're either going to have to live the life you don't want to live, or you're going to have to make more money. I recommend you make more money so that you can enjoy life. Enjoy life. Drive what you want to drive. Go on vacation when you want to go on vacation. What? 1 week, 2 weeks? No, you're not going to tell me when I could go on vacation. I do what I want. I don't need your paycheck. See, your paycheck is like having handcuffs. It's bondage. It's slavery to me. I don't control my life because, I'm working for this paycheck. This paycheck controls my life. You're at work sick. You got to go to work. You're coughing. You're sick. You don't feel good, but you got to be there because you don't know how to make money when you're not at work. You have no other source of income besides the paycheck, so you got to go to work. So you can make $5,000 a month on a job, and it costs you 2,000 hours a year, or you can make $5,000 a month on a business, and it costs you 1 hour a week. You tell me, would you rather work 1 hour a week for $5,000 a month, or would you rather work 2,000 hours a year for $5,000 a month? I know my answer. I think it's obvious. But you have to decide. And subconsciously, you guys have already decided, because every time you get an opportunity to change your life, you start thinking of that job. You're like, you know what? I'm faithful to this job. I love this job, man. It's taking care of me. It's providing security. If COVID taught you anything, it should be this. There is no such thing as job security. No such thing as job safety. No such thing as a safe, secure job. No such thing as they will not fire me. No such thing as your 401k is going to be there to retire you. No such thing as the government's going to protect you. No such thing. You should know that. You guys should already know that based on what you've been through. Don't let that experience in COVID just pass by without you learning from it. You got to understand. You got to understand what's going on in today's society. You got to understand. The economy is bankrupt. I don't care what they tell you. The economy is struggling. Everything costs too much. The average person can't make it. If you were making $80,000 just a couple of years ago, you were doing good. If you're making $80,000 today, gross, take home 60, struggle lane. So I keep telling you guys, you can't even go to college for a job that pays less than 100. 100 is the new minimum wage. You got to have it. If I can teach you how to make $5,000 from your phone, it doesn't make you rich, doesn't make you a millionaire. But guess what it does make you? Free. If you don't need a paycheck, you're free. If you can make money without going to work, you're free. If you can make money on your phone while at the beach, I can literally be at the beach right now and still make money. You're free. But if you have to go to work to sell time to make money, you are not free. Paycheck is not freedom. You've got to separate yourself from paychecks. If you have a question or comment, you're welcome to drop it right now before I jump off. If you guys want to be in the free live training that's coming up, I guess I'll do it in a couple days, but I don't. Just put the link. Just put the link below. Just put the comment and the links below. So if you want to be in the free live middleman training, probably be my last one. I'm going to teach you guys how to use your phone to make money without having to go to work. I'm not telling you quit your job. I'm saying, hey, let me work with you and help you to build a business. And then when we start making enough money, hopefully in the next 6 months, you'll be able to quit your job. And now you're free. But I don't make $1 million a year. You don't have to. You just have to make enough money to cover your life and expenses and live the life you want to live. Well, I'm only making 10 grand a month with this business. Okay, that's good. How much are your bills? Well, they're only 5,000 a month. Okay, gotcha. Well, as long as your business is making 10 grand a month, you don't need a paycheck. Well, I can't buy a Lambo. You don't need that. I can't live in $1 million home. You don't need that. You get yourself a nice home, 2,500, 3,500 square feet, 400 grand, 500 grand. You're good. Don't let the internet fool you. A lot of you guys, you let the internet fool you. You let the internet tell you how to live. You watch these people on the internet, and they're telling you that you got to be a millionaire. You got to make $1 million a year. Let me show you how I make. I saw a thumbnail the other day. The guy was like, "Let me show you how I make $200,000 a day." And I'm thinking, I wouldn't even click on this. How stupid. 200, and it's like a teenager. $200,000 a day. That puts you at about $75 million in a year. $75 million in a year. That's stupid money. You'd almost be on the Fortune 5,000 list. So just think of that. 200 grand a day, absurd. But you guys go for it. You listen to that fluff on the internet. This is a no fluff channel. No fluff content, NFC. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to deceive you. I'm not going to tell you something that's not true. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to tell you straight up that if your job is your only source of income, you got to find another way to make money. I'm going to tell you straight up that as long as your life relies on a paycheck to make a living, you'll never be free. Right now, people that's out in the background probably work from home. A lot of these people have home businesses or phone businesses. And you don't always have to do the things you want to do. My advice to you, live the life you want to live. You only get one life. You're going to run out of time. One day you're not going to be here. One day I'm not going to be here. So you know what that means? That means I don't have time to sell you time on a job. No, I'm running out of time. I don't know how long I'm going to be on this earth. So I'm going to try to get my time back, live how I want to live, and enjoy my life. What does that look like? That means I can't rely on a paycheck. If I do that, I'm going to have to sell my time. I don't want to sell my time. So I need to rely on another way to make money without me having to sell time. Well, how do you do that? You start a business. Now, I teach you how to build a middleman business from your phone where you don't do the work, you simply find customers. So kind of like what Uber does, right? Now, the reason I'm saying this, I'm telling you how to do it, but I'm also telling you that you don't have to do what I do. If you want to start a business from your phone, I can help you, but you don't have to do that. You can bake cookies out of your kitchen. You could do a bunch of things, right? I don't care what you do. You could be a website. I don't care what you do. But you have to learn how to make money when you're not at work. That's the lesson I'm trying to give you. If that makes sense, guys, let me know. Drop a comment, drop a question if you have it. I'm not going to be on here long. I'm on here longer than I thought it would be. But I could be on here all day. Why? Because I don't have a job. There's no way I need to go. There's nowhere. I don't have to be anywhere. I'm here in front of my house. There's nowhere I have to be. I don't have to be anywhere. I don't have to do anything to do. Anything today, I could literally go in there and watch Netflix all day. Netflix and chill, y'all call it. It's Netflix and skills for me. Like if I'm watching Netflix, I'm probably watching The Founder, some type of entrepreneurial business, dumb money, entrepreneurial shows or something like that. But if you have to sell your time for money, that's not freedom. Freedom implies that you control your time. If you cannot control your time because you have to go to work, you are not free. The reason you have to go to work is because you need that paycheck. The reason you need that paycheck is because you don't know any other way to make money unless you go to work to get that paycheck. I'm telling you, that's a dangerous way to live, and if you do it, you'll never be free. Your paycheck will never set you free. Never. It's not designed to. It's designed just to give you enough to get by. Right? So if you guys want to join me in the final training, put middleman in the comments below under any of the videos, get the invite. I'll see you in the live training coming up, and let's change some lives. It's probably going to be this Sunday night, 7 p.m. Texas time. So don't miss it. I think it's June. I want to say June the 9th. June the 9th. 7 p.m. Central Time. Gonna change your life. See you guys in live training. Peace.